It feels so real that my mind won't let go. I love Patrice Rushen. She is so smooth. That chick has a smooth voice. Hey, good morning, YouTube. How y'all doing? I know y'all like, she always in her car riding somewhere. I'm always going to get the little girl that I'm homeschooling. But it's almost time for me to be finished with her homeschooling. But that's cool. So anyway, good morning, YouTube. How are you today? So, let's see what story I want to tell today. All right, so you guys listen. I come from the craziest family there ever was. So I'm going to tell y'all about the night that I had a cousin who died. All right, so we were living in the DC area. I was in DC. My brother and one of his baby mamas, one of his children's mother, because she ain't a baby mama, she's a child's mother. She's so sweet. I love her. They were staying in Maryland, and she was real close to the family. She was like my sister-in-law, for real, for real. Love her, love her. So anyway, what ended up happening on this particular night, it was in January, y'all. So my aunt called, and so the way it works is, she's my brother's actual biological sister. My brother's biological mother's the last 3 children ended up going to live with other relatives, so you know how that is. So she was living with an aunt who she called mom. My aunt had her since she was like 2 months old, and she kept her, they stayed together until my cousin died. Anyway, so my aunt was calling my brother's girlfriend and said, she not coming out the room. I can't get her to respond. She not saying nothing. So she came over there, and she was like, yo, trying to bang on the door and get her up and stuff like that. And then when she tried to open the bedroom door, she seen that like either she was laying in front of the door or something was laying in front of the door. So she had to call an ambulance and rescue workers and everything to come over there to get her. And they ended up knocking the door off the hinges, y'all. So I felt so bad. So she called me. She was like, tell your brother he got to come over here right now. Tell your brother cousin to come on right now. It ain't fun. It's serious. He got to come right now. So I kept telling my brother, Lons, come on, boy. Come on. You got to go. You got to go right now, dude. She said, you got to come now. When we finally got there, they called us back and said she was dead. And the ambulance, they couldn't revive and stuff. So all her siblings, except one, the one that lived in North Carolina, all of them were over there. My brother's girlfriend that he was living with at the time, and this other chick that he had children by, she came with one of the other sisters. It was me, another cousin, some other cousins from the other side of the family, my aunt, and my aunt asked me to call the pastor. I called the pastor, and the pastor came over. My father, the biological mother, which is my other aunt, which is my father's sister. We were all there in the house, and it was so sad. And my cousin's friend, who was a policeman, she was there. It was so sad, y'all. My brother almost hurt the policeman getting up the steps because he wanted to go see her. And she was in the coroner's van, and when they were bringing her down the steps, he was in a coroner van, and outside just, y'all, he was tore up. I knew he was going to be tore up because out of all of them, they were the closest. So then, after that, y'all, it was just weird. So the police was telling everybody stuff, and everybody was just standing there looking dumb. And so I grabbed a piece of paper and pen, and I just started writing down the stuff that the police was saying. And when I wrote everything down for my aunts, for the aunt who raised my cousin, and for the aunt who birthed her, I was writing this stuff down and things of that nature. And everybody just looking numb. Y'all, I tell y'all, her sisters was in the house talking about where this at and where that at. I'm taking this and I'm taking that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all trying to take stuff out the house, and the coroner is taking the body out in the bag. I said, what the world? Y'all, why people calling me this morning? I don't even know why. But I was like, y'all trying to take stuff, and the coroner just took her body out in the bag. I said, y'all trying to take stuff out of the house, although this is your birth sister. I said, y'all can't say if the stuff was her, or if hers, or if it was the other aunts, because they lived in the house together. So you really can't tell what belonged to who and whom. So you can't take anything because you don't know what she bought and what auntie bought. Y'all, I tell y'all, them cousins was up in there acting a fool. So their mother was like, my aunt, their birth mother was like, y'all, she right. Your cousin Viv is right. Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all can't take the stuff out the house. Y'all gotta let the stuff stay there until auntie tell us what belonged to her and what belonged to the cousin. Y'all, everybody walked out the house looking like, we gonna put you out the house tomorrow because this is our sister house. Y'all, why they try to put that lady out the house the next day? They try to put that lady out the house. So I told the lady, I said, we need to find her insurance policies, and you need to call your lawyer. So she called her lawyer, y'all. The lawyer came over and met with all my cousins and the birth mother, my aunt, the birth mother, and the aunt that raised her. Y'all, that was one of the saddest meetings ever, because the lawyer told the aunt that raised her, because the house was only in her name, that the house went to the aunt, which is the birth mother. And so the birth mother was like, well, I'll give you some time to decide what you want to do. If we want to sell it, or if you want to live here. She said, if you want to live here, I can move in with you. They were trying to, but they told them all the insurance policies went to the aunt who raised her, because the aunt that raised her was the only person on the insurance policies. And so by law, whoever the insurance policies were made out to, that's who got the money. And they don't have to do anything with the money that they don't want to. So if she didn't really want to bury my cousin, she didn't even have to bury my cousin. But that was her daughter, so she wasn't going to do that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all, death brings out the worst in family. Death brings out the worst in family. I'm talking about, I seen I couldn't believe the coroner was taking the body out the house in a bag, and her sisters and nieces were up in there trying to fight over stuff. How you gonna be fighting over stuff? It's just crazy, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you this: get your affairs in order. Talk to your elderly parents, and guess what? Get you a will. Get you a living will, because you don't want people up in there not knowing your wishes. You might not want to be resuscitated, and they might have you living on the daggone tube, so you turn into a prune. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to be hooked up or resuscitated, make sure that you do what you do and y'all do some living wills. Give some instructions on how you want your body handled. Figure out where you want to be buried. Put some money away for your burial. Make sure whoever you're leaving the money to, that you can trust them to do what you want done. And give a will, y'all. Whoever you got as the executive of your will, make sure it's somebody you can trust. Because I'm going to tell you, death brings out the worst in people. Especially if it's $2 or $3 involved, y'all. If it's $2 or $3 involved, it brings out the worst in folks. So I'm just going to tell y'all this. The moral of this story: get your affairs in order. Get your affairs in order. Make sure that you have a will. Make sure you have somebody that's over your estate that you can trust. And if it's property involved, make sure you spell it out. And if it's more than one child, spell that out. Because it's nothing sadder than seeing siblings fighting over $2. Alright? So, like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. And have a great day. They got my good Judy on the porch, so I'm going to holler at her. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.